pleased to welcome to the set Mark Taylor from TaylorMade Farm. And Mark, the leading consigners last night after night one, so congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
And kind of the high point of the evening maybe for you guys was the Sale on the Street Cry Colt at number 72. Was that a surprise, or were you kind of expecting that?
Well, we knew he was one of the best bred horses in the sale, and probably one of the best bred horses of his generation. So, you know, we expected a big price, but you never know. He was a Mayfoal, and he was kind of a work in progress. You know, you could see the angles, you could see the athleticism, but he wasn't a man yet. You know, he looked like, you know, a great athlete maybe in middle school is what he looked like, because he was just a Mayfoal. He was, you know, 60 to 90 days behind a lot of these horses. But, you know, we thought he would sell great, and I think what Todd Pletcher said last night is you can see what this horse is going to look like, you know, a year from now. So I think that's what sold him, and we were thrilled for Mr. Cowan. He's a great guy, and he's done a lot for the industry, and he's had so much luck with that family. So hopefully it's a great, you know, great turn of events for the buyer too.
And that one was Son of Street Cry, but you all always sell a lot of the unbridled songs, and traditionally, as always, and last night and tonight included, selling very well.
Yeah, we're really happy for Unbridled Song. The crop of yearlings that he's selling right now were conceived right after Midshipman won his Breeders' Cup. So he got the best mares he's ever gotten, and that was, you know, on display here in the catalog. I mean, just mare after mare was just really top quality. So, you know, I think he's going to have a late career kind of resurgence. You know, I mean, there's no telling what he could do when these horses hit the track. And we sold a beautiful colt last night for $585 out of Una McCool. You know, I thought he maybe could have brought a touch more, but that's still a lot of money. I mean, it was, you know, we were happy, and he had $1 million filly tonight I saw, so that was great too.
It's a little early yet, even though we're finished up with the select sale, but to make any judgments about the sale in general going forward with so much more to come, including book 2.
It's really, I think, premature to make a judgment, but I think what we've seen is that there is a market there for the really top-end horses that have the pedigree and conformation, but there's also intense scrutiny. You know, if you fall on the wrong side of the equation on vet work, and now we're getting into more technology with heart scans and genetic testing, and, you know, the horses have to jump through so many hoops to hit that bullseye, and if you hit it, there's still a lot of upside, but you know, there's a lot of horses that just fall outside of those strict parameters, and then sometimes it's a long way to fall. You know, the breeder puts up 150 for a stud fee, and you go in there and you get 150 for the horse. So I think what we're going to see as the market continues to progress is that it's going to be solid, but breeders are going to have to be conservative on their reserves. You know, you can't, there's just not a lot of room to be aggressive. You have to realize that people are buying in a down economy, and they're pulling the purse strings a little bit.
In terms of trends, have you seen anything that surprised you?
Well, I think one thing that surprised me last night is that there seemed to be multiple bidders above reserves on fairly expensive horses. You know, it wasn't like it was just your reserve and one person and it's one bid over. A lot of times we would have a reserve, say, at $450, and you would have two bidders going back and forth up to $550 or $6. And to me, that's good. You know, it's not just it had more depth to it than I've seen it in the past on those really nice horses.
And what about, have you seen potentially a lot of new faces, like maybe buying in the next books coming up, the next, like, book 2 and book 3, some new buyers around?
You know, I've met a lot of people at the barn that seem like they're new on the scene. They haven't done a lot of buying. And sometimes it takes those people several sales to really get their confidence up, feel like they understand the market, where they can make good decisions. So sometimes there's a cycle. If people show up at the sale, you'll see them the next sale, and then maybe it'll be a year before they buy. I have seen a lot of new people here, and I think it's because of the tax incentives available. You know, there's 100% depreciation on horses that are put in service this year, and it's probably never going to happen again. So, you know, I think that's what's triggering it. Maybe some of the New York, you know, having slots at Aqueduct and everything, some of the people may be coming down from that area too.
Well, Mark, I'm always amazed, and we've talked about this all night, about how well prepared the horses are when they come to the sale ring and how they take it all in like pros. But I'm also always amazed at how you guys are able to maintain your stamina.
Yeah,
this entire 13
it's a marathon,
days.
Not a sprint, definitely.
We appreciate you coming by, especially so late in the evening, and wish you good luck the rest of the sale.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate everything you guys do.
Mark
Thank
Taylor,
you.
with
Okay, thanks.
TaylorMade Sales Agency, of course, the leaders after night one, and going to hear a lot more from them before the sale is over, that's for sure.